when you strengthen your neuromuscles and you deactivate the ones that you don't want and you reinforce the ones that you do, you are now in control, you are empowered, and you, my friend, have the ability to build your business so that it works for you. Hey, I was just on this new app called Clubhouse, and I got so pissed off because this one guy who's a very well-known internet marketer, makes millions of dollars a year, was going on and on and on about mindset, and he didn't know what the heck he was talking about as far as the real understanding of mindset. He was telling people that were listening, there were probably about 1,500 people listening, you know, you just have to have a great attitude and you just have to overcome your limiting beliefs and overcome your fears and don't allow the obstacles to hold you back. Persevere, be persistent. Well, if it was that freaking easy, everybody would just go, oh, okay, I'll do that. But it's not that easy. Let me explain what I mean to you so you have a healthy understanding of, mindset and what's going on in here, your brain. There's a part of your brain called the left prefrontal cortex that chooses your goals, and you get excited and motivated and share it with your friends and your family, and you're already thinking about the car you're going to buy and the home you're going to buy and the amount of money you're going to make and how you're going to live. Well, there's another few parts of your brain, okay, that may not be in concert or coherence or flow with this vision and goal you have, even though you're excited and you really want them. Let me go a little bit deeper. When somebody has a goal that is outside of their current habitual way of thinking and feeling and being, outside of their current way of thinking, feeling, and being, fear centers in the brain, uncertainty centers in the brain, doubt, anxiety, stress centers, circuits in the brain actually activate and release neurochemicals into your body that causes you to feel stressed, worried, fearful of failing, being embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, or judged. Now, that is your emotional center in your brain, not your logical thinking center in your brain that is responsible for setting goals. So if somebody tells you, just get over it, believe this instead of that, they're ignorant, meaning not knowing the neural circuitry of your brain and how this thing, called a brain, this organism, okay, is wired for safety and survival first, is wired to avoid any pain or discomfort. So any time that you want to set a goal that is outside of your current comfort zone, your current habits, this part of your brain activates like a fire truck, okay, or a fire bell, okay, in a fire station going off, that this is out of your comfort zone. And simply saying, well, just persevere is ludicrous. Now, what can you do? Let's take your self-image that may be holding you back. If there is a disconnect between what you want to achieve and your hidden self-image, which means or says in your own mind, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not worthy, you better know that the self-image that you currently have is preventing you from achieving the goal, the identity, and the characteristic traits of the person you need to be in order to achieve your goals. And there's going to be a battle inside your head. And I'll give you solutions in just a second. If you have limiting beliefs like you're not good enough, not worthy enough, you don't have enough money, knowledge, skills, you're too young, you're too old, neural patterns in your brain is what beliefs are. And we have constructive ones, destructive ones, empowering ones, disempowering ones, positive and negative neural patterns called beliefs. The key is to deactivate the beliefs that disempower you and to create a new belief that matches the vision and goal you have. Then we have the fears that I talked about. I'm going to give you a couple techniques. If you have a fear of having a goal and failing, you're not going to take action, because as soon as that circuit turns on for the failure circuit, which is the fear circuit, guess what happens? All of the motivation that you had goes out the window And you either fight, freeze, or flee, meaning running away, doing something else like procrastinate instead of doing what you need to do. So if you have a fear of failure, a fear of success, a fear of being embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, or judged, these are going to turn off your motivational centers and activate your fear centers. So I'm not going to leave you hanging without a solution. First and foremost, understand that you and I became conditioned because of our parents, our teachers, television, radio, our experiences, what we heard, what we saw, what meanings we gave things, which means that we became conditioned. We weren't born with any beliefs or fears or self-image challenges. We developed them. And in neuroscience and neuropsychology terms means that we developed the patterns that got reinforced to become the natural, easy way for us to be, even though we may not want it. So, what if you wrote down a limiting belief that you had? Okay, I'm not smart enough, not good enough, not worthy, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have this, I'm too young, I'm too old. Write out whatever you want. And then what if you just created a new language pattern and reframed it and said, in the past, I used to believe, fill in the blank, and now I believe that I am smart enough, I am good enough, I am worthy, I can achieve this, I can find the money, I can upgrade my knowledge, I can upgrade my skills, and I'm excited and enthusiastic to achieve the vision and goal of, and write in the blank. Now, if you wrote that out and you repeated it and emotionalized it and felt it as if you were a Hollywood actor or actress learning a new role, you would activate something called the neuroplasticity switch in your brain that would cause new neurons to connect. And if you reinforced it for the next 100 days by reading it, emotionalizing it, recording it, and listening to it, you would take a new pattern that you wrote out and then you would impress it through spaced repetition. Repetition, okay, is what is required in order to strengthen and reinforce a neural pattern. And practice is what makes permanent. Let me repeat, practicing a paragraph or an affirmation of what you want is what makes permanent. What that means is it makes the neural network permanent and it replaces the old pattern. It takes 66 days to 365 days to do this. So don't do it for a week going, nothing's happening. 66 days to 365 days. That's for limiting beliefs. What if at the same time, right after you did that, you visualized and saw yourself overcoming any of your limiting beliefs, your obstacles, your challenges. You saw yourself winning. You saw yourself achieving the goals and dreams that you have. You saw yourself with more self-confidence, more certainty than ever before, and you felt it, again, as if you were a Hollywood actor or actress getting paid to pretend you're doing this role. Now, visualization is simulation, and again, when you simulate, you create neural patterns that reinforce, and over a period of time, they become dominant. So if you think about what does a Hollywood actor or actress do to learn their role, they practice it over and over and over again. They feel it, they bring in all of their senses, and then they become the role, and hopefully they win an Academy Award. You have to break the habit of being your current self and create the character, the identity, the story, and the beliefs of the person capable of achieving every one of your business goals. That's 2. Number 3 is fears. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is nothing more than an automatic circuit in the brain to warn you that something might harm you physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, etc. And your job is to pay attention to the fear signal and then to do it anyway, as long as it's safe. So in order to deactivate the fear circuit, how about taking 6 deep breaths in through your nose, slowly, 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 and then breathe out through your mouth as if you're breathing out through a straw, slowly, 6 times. We can see in brain scan images that 6 breaths slowly in and slowly out releases, eliminates, deactivates the fear or stress center, otherwise known as the parasympathetic nervous system, and it activates it deactivates the sympathetic nervous system and it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system is part of your calm to be able to respond system versus your stress reactive system. And so you have a brain, you're not your brain. Your brain has a nervous system with circuits that turn on and off. What about practicing managing the emotional circuit? Possible? Yes. And if you did inner size number 1, which is what I just showed you, take 6, calm the circuits, and then you did inner size number 2, which is called Aya, awareness, intention, action. And so in a calm, relaxed state, you now become aware of your negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative feelings, sensations, or behaviors that are preventing you from achieving your goal, that are causing you to be stuck or frozen or in a state of fear. And now you set one intention for what you're going to do to take inspired action, and then you take one simple step towards the goal, vision, and dream that you have. Now, I know I've shared a lot in this video, so you may want to watch it twice, but what I am explaining to you is a process of mastering your mindset by learning how to manage it first, then managing your emotions, and then getting this physical body of yours to take the right actions in the right order at the right time so that you can grow your business. And guess what? You can use what I just shared with you for every area of your life. When you strengthen your neuromuscles and you deactivate the ones that you don't want and you reinforce the ones that you do, you are now in control, you are empowered, and you, my friend, have the ability to build your business so that it works for you. Hey, this is John, and if you liked that video, watch the next video because it is packed with things that you can do right now to achieve success way faster than ever before.